biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And they're going for this. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Hurts comes out throwing. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And he'll move the chains on that play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. From the pistol, Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Hurts now on 4th. And it falls incomplete. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Throwing on 2nd and 11. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. He'll throw it. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Here's the snap on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Not on the same page with his tight end. So second down coming up.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Hurts now from the gun. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
63.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being third down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You can keep your job in the NFL as a D tackle if you eat up space. You really can. But you make that bag when you can defeat blocks, penetrate, and create runs for losses as a defensive tackle.
Here we go, Shaq.
Another carry for him. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. It's only a gain of 1. Back-to-back misfires on the ground, and they're facing third and long.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Third and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Let's go.
Pass play coming here. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on fourth down and gets them the first. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. He'll cobble together a yard there. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Here's alone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Complete to Brevin Jordan. An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go, Steve.
No score.
So on 4th down, it's Ryan Wright out to punt it away. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 21. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts setting up to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Cross has it. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? And they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Flush down out to his left. Throwing on the run. Deep down that left side. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Let's try it again on second down. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Fourth and 3, drive on the line. On 4th down, Hurts. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Hurts. Rolling left, buying some time. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Hurts throwing again. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Hurts looking to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back with a pick 6. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick 6. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate. before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. Buys time, rolling right. He tucks it and takes off. And he gets him around 6 there. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Third and 4 coming up now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
First and 10 from the 41. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him. He's off again. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
On first down, Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. And this time they get to him early and stick him along the line of scrimmage. They don't go anywhere, and now it's third and goal from the 3.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you're now forced to put the ball in the air.
Hurts now on third and goal. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's going deep. This one will be intercepted. And the Eagles Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Great team defense here. Got to him right as he was about to let that football fly, Brock, and the hit leads to a pick by their safety.
And an easy pick at that one, Kate. Not taking anything away from who actually intercepted it, but that turnover was all about the guys up front.
Yep.
And one thing I love about today's game and analytics, we got more than just sacks. We get QB pressures, we get QB hits because we've seen the impact they can have, an impact that was felt right there with that INT.
Hey, easy, 63, 60.
Now we're on the counter. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. Here's 2nd and 14. Escapes out to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. No luck finding his receiver that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Stays it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Awareness. That's what I call it, Kate. Awareness. You got to have a game awareness and understand the situation. 3rd and long, you should never take a sack. Put the ball in play or throw it away, but don't take a sack in that situation.
Well, best of luck here. It's 4th and a considerable distance. Looking to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down, and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Carty has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. That's one he knows he should have had. So it'll be 2nd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Hey, easy, 63, pass. Carl Leviani. You all out.
2nd and 10 now. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. He winds up out of bounds, but things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down. Things got a little too carried away there, and we are not surprised at all to see the flags fly and the penalty called. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty.
73! 73! Guys right!
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts now from the gun. He's on the move. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Hurts. Catch is made in close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Go!
Give now to the running back. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A great play defensively. They forced a loss despite the penalty, and they just went ahead and declined it. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Looking to the air here. Short pass brought in. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Ready.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Buffalo 18.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going, but that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
19 Lions.
Looking to throw. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. There, it's a turnover on downs.
You know, these fourth down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Blitz coming here. Hurts. That's caught at the 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll try again with Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles take a 3rd quarter lead. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready? Hey, check that. Street, check out.
Running this one left. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Has his man. That's their rookie from Penn State. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Cooper DeJean with the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Complete out to the right side. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he has enough room to gain about 4. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game. Second and 6 coming up here.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Cowboys take a 4th quarter lead. This to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Near that right upright, but it sneaks in. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Offense up to the line fast. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. That's caught for the 1st. And he moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
63. 63. Going silver, right?
2nd and 3. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He'll throw it. Rolling out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
They've got first down from the 31. Throwing here, Hurts. Taking a big shot for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Hurts. Throw left side, complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Put the body on the line for his team. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles take a 4th quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those forces before they find pay dirt.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Go!
To the air now on 1st and 10. Complete over the middle. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
That's simply a foot race to the outside that he's used to winning. Seen him get beat there, forced to take it out of bounds near the line? Well, that's just a tremendous effort and tremendous speed by that defense.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
No touch. 73. No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Looking to throw. Flush down now to his left. Cut near the goal line. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 32. Finds a seam down the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And they can be proud of their exploits on the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Dallas.